Hello, it's Marcia again. I'm here to do sort of a craft with me series, as you can tell by the title. We're going to take a book and we're going to alter it. So it'll be a series of videos showing the steps that I take to alter a book. It's not necessarily a how-to, or a tutorial. It's just how I do things. So a couple people have asked me to do these sort of videos. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to make any make any promises that there will be more of them. But yeah, so I chose a book. This one you would have seen in the last haul video that I did. It is not the one that I originally was going to use. The one I was excited about and really wanted to use did not, I discovered, have a stitched binding. It was glued and it was very disappointing. But it was also a more modern book, so I think that may have been why. The stitch binding is not as popular anymore. It's not as easy to create. So this is a vintage book. This one is narrow, which I think will make for a fairly quick project. It's not super thick, so I don't have a lot of pages to glue and paint and alter and whatnot. So it'll be a fun little project to go through. So the first step I'm going to take is to clean this up a little bit, because it does look like it has some sort of, I don't even know what on the back of it. So I'm going to do a couple little things. I am going to be painting over this somewhat and sealing it later on. Yeah, some of that is just the color coming off. This is just a baby wipe, just a plain old baby wipe, and I'm just going to kind of clean it up a little bit as best I can. Like I said, a lot of this is going to get painted over. I'm not going to cover the whole thing because I like excuse me, I like the look of it. I like the color, and it's going to play well into my theme that I've chosen. This is going to be an autumn themed book, which, since autumn is coming up, I thought that was fitting. One thing I really like about these books is they make great photo albums. You can also write in them. I try to leave space for writing, but there will be lots of pockets and tuck spots and places to glue pictures. That makes for a great, yeah, sort of album that you can bring out seasonally or just set on a shelf, something of that nature. I have some sandpaper here because I have some spots that are kind of raised up. I'm just going to sand it a little bit. Don't get too crazy with it. This is fabric. It has the book. Well, I think it is. Sometimes they make these paper covers that look a lot like the fabric. So, it is textured. I can't really tell. It might be paper. Yeah, it's paper. I can tell because where it's gotten wet, it's torn. But that is okay. It just kind of adds to the age of the book. So I'm not going to do a lot of sanding on it. I think it'll be fine. And it has dents, it has worn corners, and all of that is very fine with me. I don't mind that. It adds to the character of the book, and it adds interest. It shows its age. I'm not trying to age it to make it look older than it actually is. I think time has done that well enough for me. Now, this is a vintage book. I don't know how vintage because the copyright page is missing. It is a children's book. So far, the only coloring I've seen in it has been right here, which can be removed. The inscription is 1976, so it is at least that old. So it's not super old. Now, because it's a children's book, it has some images in it, which I don't think I'm going to keep in. I may take them out and then reincorporate them into the book as places to journal or put pictures, like journaling cards. So, okay, the next step is going to be to find the center of a signature, and you can see where it's folded and stitched. Typically, once you open the book, you can see the strings. So I'm going to gently take out the pages from the center. There is no precise number of pages that you need to take out or anything like that. I choose a number. Like, I think what I'll do is I'm going to do 3 from each signature and then just see how much room that gives me, and then I can always go back and take out more. Now, I don't throw these pages away because, like I said, they have the cool pictures as well as the pages, which we can use later in this project or in another. It looks like the front and back signatures might be smaller than the 2 in the middle. See, there's our strings, so we know that this is where we want to tear. What this does is gives us space in the book to add in paint and pictures without creating a huge alligator mouth. You want to do this gently so you don't tear your strings out. They're usually pretty tough. They are, you can see there's a bit more room now, so they will be looser. But once we glue our pages together, I don't know how many I just took out. Okay, that was only 2, so 1 more. Oops. Yeah, once we glue our pages together, it will bulk it up more, which will make the strings tighter, as well as make it more secure because the pages will be glued. That picture may have to stay. It's cute though. I like it. Not gonna lie, I really like it. Okay, 2 more signatures. Find the, yep, there's the center. You do want to choose books that don't have themes or words in them that you don't like. You know, keep it. If you plan on displaying these books or selling them or giving them as gifts, make sure there's nothing offensive in the book. That was a little bit tough. I try to keep these like together. I mean, it's not necessary, but because I can use them to make another project. Okay. 1 more signature. Yeah, this is going to be a good amount to take out, I think. One major reason why I take them out of the center is I don't have to worry about taking a page out here and then having a loose page over here and having to either find it or have the chance of it falling out later after I decorated it or something like that. Again, I don't remember how many I just took out, just 1. I've only taken out 1 from this signature. Okay. Now, I know there are lots of other ladies that have done videos like this, and everyone does it a little different. Oh, my string tore there. That's not good. Not good, but it'll be okay. Yep. Okay. So now our book is considerably thinner, and it has lots of space to add in pages, I think. It may be a little bit, I might take out a couple more just from these center two signatures, because like I said, I think they are a bit thicker. I like the title. I like using the titles sometimes from the chapters if they match the theme. And I think for autumn, the swinging gate is fitting. I know here in Kansas we get a lot of a little poem. Sorry, I'm easily distracted by words. We get a lot of dry autumn winds, and so that swinging gate, in my mind, in my my area, it makes sense. It works with the autumn theme. I mean, it could work with any theme, really. Okay, there we have step 1 and 2, because we cleaned up the book a little bit, and then we took out some pages. So that's our first part of our series, and I'm just gonna cut this off here, and then just keep a lookout for the next video, and I'll catch you then, guys. Bye.